This is our 7th and last lesson of the JSCause tutorial from JSCause.org by 8th Jouster. In this lesson, we'll read URL parameters and use them to do something, well, useful. In our example, we'll display a recipe. Right now, we get a page not found message. We've already mentioned that we'll use a new file for it, which we'll call viewrecipe.jscp. So let's create it. Viewrecipe.jscp, and let's write the HTML of what the content will look like. And since we want that HTML to be displayed after we're done with all the asynchronous operations, because we'll have some asynchronous file reading operations, we'll wrap them around rt.runAfter. So we just wrap around our familiar rt.runAfter function. Great. Our program will get two parameters, name and extension. They are the parameters found in the URL we click in the list we built in the previous lesson. So just like we saw it in the browser, this is more or less what it's going to look like. Here's the parameters, name and extension. Okay, so let's set up our code. We're going to need the path module from Node.js. And now we're going to assign two parameters, recipe name and recipe extension, with the values of the parameters name and extension respectively. So name has the name of the file we use for both the recipe image and the actual recipe data stored in text. Extension is the extension of the image, so it can be something like PNG, JPG, GIF or GIF, etc. So it's easy to rebuild the names of both files. We can do so with string concatenation, just like we've done before, or to use a more modern approach, JavaScript string interpolation. So we're going to do that right here. We're going to create two new variables, recipe image file name and recipe text file name. Let's add the semicolons here. And okay, so let's read the recipes, title, and contents. They will be stored in these two variables that I'm going to write here, recipe title and recipe contents. We know that the actual file recipe is stored in the my site recipes directory. Let's recap. My site recipes directory. It's also here, my site recipes directory. It's right here. So to read it, we can use rt.readFile. We're going to emit a warning if we cannot read the file. Notice that we are assuming a lot here. We got the file name from a user uploading a recipe. This file name could be malicious. JSCause tries to mitigate risks by blocking the use of unsafe characters, but in the end, making sure that the name is secure is on you and you only. Okay, so we know that the contents has at least two lines, title and description. So on success, we are going to split the contents based on that information that we have right here. We do that with a regular expression. So yeah, that's what this regular expression means. Split by the first new line and match everything that comes after it. Now we can get the recipe's title and content. We finally have the information we need to display the recipe. we do that with HTML, of course. So after the title and the page in the body, let's add the recipes title and a link to go back to the home page. Let's also add the recipe image and the recipe content. Notice that we use recipe image file name to refer to the image directly. Since images are publicly available from, well, recipe images, it was quite a straightforward action. Okay, let's save our file, restart JSCause, refresh our page, and there we have it. We have the recipes title, the image, the description, and the link to go back to the home page. One last word of caution. We cannot stress it enough. Remember when we mentioned that we were assuming a lot here with the file names being obtained from an internet user? Same goes with the recipe contents. A malicious visitor could try to craft the content so that when it's displayed, it tries to run malicious code or similar actions. The JSCause tag syntax and also rt.print, they both try to mitigate any risks. But again, the responsibility to make sure that what you're viewing in your website is safe relies on you and you only. Learn about securing your website. Take it seriously so that your visitors are safe and feel safe. Okay, that's it for this tutorial. Feel free to browse JSCause's documentation for more. You can learn more about how to deal with cookies, how to do other file operations, how to use modules, redirections, etc. The full recipes example is in our GitHub. Check out the video description for a link, and you can always visit us at JSCause.org. Thanks for watching and happy building. Bye-bye.